160 acres of the best. Got an old stove there, will cook 3 squares, and a bunk where I can lay down to rest. Of the dawn to greet the sun, I've forgotten what a care or worry means. And we're home when day is done, with the pocket money jingling in my jeans. Hi, I'm Doc Marshall, and this song is by Marty Robbins. It's called 160 Acres. It's one of those old songs that's really a toe tapper if you like that kind of stuff. And this was done back in 1959 or thereabouts. It was on an album that he put out years ago, of course. And it's a nice, comfortable song, and it's very good for somebody who's beginning to play the guitar and singing along and wants to enjoy their music. But first, let's take a look at the chords that we need in this song. We'll play them all down on the bottom of the neck down here rather than up here. So we'll start out with a G chord, and then you need a C chord, and then you need a D chord. Now, that's throughout the song. The last part of the refrain, you're going to need an E minor, and then A minor, and then you're back to your D. So the chords that you need are G, C, and D, and then in the last refrain, E minor, A minor. So that's all of the chords that you're going to need. It's only 5 chords, so it makes it easy, especially when you realize that most country songs are structured the same way. So when you learn one, you've learned about 20 songs all at one time, which is very good. And let's go through the song slowly, because this one can be a little tricky because it's quick in the chord changing and the singing. So we start out with a G chord. We got 160 acres in the valley. Keep it again. Got 160 acres of the best. There's your D chord. Now back to your G. Got an old stove there that will cook. That's your C chord. 3 squares. Back to your G. And then a bunk where I can lay me down. That's your D chord again, to rest. So let's go over that one more time, very slow. Got 160 acres in the valley. Got 160 acres of the best. That's your D. Back to G. Got an old stove there that'll cook. That's your C. 3 squares. And then D and a bunk where I can lay me down to rest. And back to your G chord. So that's your verse. There's a couple of verses to the song, and you'll pick those up later, of course. It's just changing the words, but the chord structure is the same. Now we're going to change to the chorus, and the chorus begins with a C chord, up at dawn, to greet the sun, G. I've forgotten, that's your D chord, forgotten what a care or worry means. And that's back to your G. And then hit the C chord again. And for home, when day is done, G. Now here's those other 2 chords I mentioned before. E minor with a pocket money jingling, that's your A minor, in my jeans. That's the end of the chorus. So those are the only chords that you need, and that's the structure. The first one, of course, was the verse, and then the second part was the chorus or the refrain. And you'll want to start it slow like that, because to change the chords really quickly, you get all tangled up with the words and stuff. So we want to start out with the G chord, and let's pay attention to the right hand now, because the right hand is the same through all of the chords. You're going to hit the bass note. It's sort of that being on your horse and riding out on the range and then coming home at night and you know, getting the cooking and the stove and all the stuff that he talks about here. But you want to hear that horse in there too, and that's what we're going to do with the strumming. Now, of course, the song is faster than that, so. But until you get the feel of it, I would do it very slowly. So I got 160 acres in the valley. Notice the heavy notes first and then the light, okay? I got 160 acres of the best. That's your D chord. Got an old stove there. That's your G chord. That'll cook a C, 3 squares. Now I'm going to our D chord. And a bunk where I can lay me down to rest. At dawn to greet the sun, that's your C and your G. I've forgotten, that's your D, what a care or worry mean. Heading for home when day is done, with my pocket money jingling in my jeans. And then you start at the G again for the next section of the song. Okay, so we play it very slowly like that, so you get used to the words and the guitar working together. And then when you get really good at it and you get that nice feel, then you can speed it up to the tempo that is comfortable for you to play it at. Do it like Marty does it. And if you're as good a singer as he is, it'll come out great. So that's all you need. I'm Doc Marshall. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.